Good day sa ating mga viewers. Welcome to another episode of Spin Sidelines. I am Kate Reyes and I'm gonna be your host today. But I'm gonna be joined by our senior correspondent, Mr. Ruben Tirado. And we're gonna look into the process of Ms. Ciara Sotto's application for the national team for pole dancing. Welcome to Spin Sidelines po, Ms. Ciara.
Hi, thank you for having me, Ruben and Kate.
Okay, thank you po. Kamusta naman po kayo ngayong pandemic before we start with the technical questions? Kamusta po? What keeps you busy?
Okay naman. I've been spending a lot of time, of course, with my son. Well, kahit di naman pandemic, we're always together. And of course, I try to squeeze in a workout every day.
Okay po.
There's a lot of planning that's happening for our PPASA, so ganon. That's what's keeping me busy.
Okay. How about po dun sa interest nyo with pole dancing? Paano nyo siya nakukontinue? Do you have your own studio at home where you can continue your practice?
Yes. Thank God I have my own little studio here in my house, so I get to practice a little bit. But
Okay.
then iba pa rin talaga syempre if you're training with your other friends.
But do you do online sessions with your friends? Like, via video calls, ganon, and then you're
Yes,
training?
I work out with them, with my other friends. Pero not pole kasi hindi masyadong safe yung pole pagka mag-isa ka lang. Tapos may try kang bagong tricks, baka mahulog.
Okay. Kailangan may alalay, parang ganon, may spotter. Opo.
Oo, important yun eh.
Since nga po, you're looking young at 40 years old and your body is still very fit nga po. Pakwento naman po kung paano kayo nag-start mag-pole dancing? Ganon, paano nag-start? Sabi nyo sa interviews before na almost or 10 years na kayo nagpo-pole dancing since parang naging competitive kayo since 2010. Papakwento po namin, paano po nagsimula yung interest na to sa inyo?
Actually, nag-start yun nung nakatira ako sa States. Tapos, kailangan kong pumayat for this show that we were doing.
Okay.
So, since I didn't like the gym talaga, palagi akong naghahanap ng ibang workout. Mas gusto ko pang sumayaw. Sabi ko, sayaw na lang ayoko ng gym. Tapos nakita ko, merong pole studio na malapit dun sa apartment where I was staying. So, I tried it once. Tapos parang the next day, parang sobrang sakit ng katawan ko. As in, hindi ko malift yung arms ko. Parang hindi ako makapag-alis ng t-shirt, yung ganon. Pero bumalik pa rin ako and I really liked it. So, ayun, doon nag-spark yung, doon nabuo yung spark ng pagka-addict ko sa pole dancing. Tapos when I got home, nag-enroll kasi ako sa isang belly dance class kay Miss Lala Dinglasan sa Movement Dance Studio. Tapos sabi niya, she also offers pole fitness, pole dance. Sabi ko, sige, game, I'll join. Tapos yun na, hindi na ako tumigil after that.
Bale, tuloy-tuloy for the past 10 years. Talagang...
I only stopped when I got pregnant. And then when I breastfed. So I probably stopped a year and a half.
Okay.
Almost
Ayan po.
2 years, gano'n.
At yun po, pakwento lang po, paano nyo, parang ano yung naging moment of realization nyo na naisip nyo na parang, pwede ako dito. May background na po ba kayo with other sports prior to trying pole dancing po?
Well, I was flexible as a kid because I was into gymnastics.
Okay.
But I really didn't pursue it. Parang siguro mga 3 years lang ako dun. Pero I was a ballet dancer also. I was part of QCB, Quezon City Ballet, in Halili Cruz. So, we were, parang I kind of had a dance background already.
Okay.
So, when I joined belly dance and pole, parang it wasn't easy. Actually, never. It's not easy. But parang it was easy for me to adjust. Of course, it was hard. I couldn't climb during my first class. I couldn't lift myself up during my first class. But then, I got the hang of it, so I didn't stop attending. Even right now, that I'm already a pole fitness teacher, I also do other workouts like yoga because it stretches my muscles. And I also do spinning classes because that's where I get my cardio. And sometimes HIIT, ganon. And when we didn't have quarantine yet, I would attend adult gymnastics and club gymnastica. Just for a workout.
Okay. Siguro kaya rin po kayo naging interested kasi into dancing talaga kayo and parang you can't get it out of your bones talaga yung dancing.
Yes, I think so. I think part yun talaga.
Okay. So being in pole dancing for 10 years now, ano po sa tingin niyo yung mga benefits nito sa body niyo?
Oh, marami siyang benefits kasi without even knowing it, without you knowing it when you're doing the workout, it's a total body workout. So you're working out almost every part of your body, a lot of your shoulders, a lot of your core, your legs, your arms, your back, because there are a lot of back bends happening also. Aside from that, it's also good for your cardiovascular health. It strengthens your muscles. It gives you more strength and endurance, more flexibility, and you will develop grace along the way, even if you're not a dancer. And it's also good for your mental health because it eases anxiety and stress, especially when you're doing the workout, when you're there. And it also works out your brain. It's also a mind workout because there's a lot of coordination going on when you're doing pole fitness, especially when you're upside down. So when you're upside down, minsan nakakalito yung right, left, yung ganon. So it's also good for the brain.
Kumbaga napapractice din yung mental aspect kasi you have to think while you're up there doing.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, okay.
It really benefits you.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's go into the process of the PPASA nga po. Sir Ruben, go po. With POC.
Ciara, tanong ko lang kasi yun nga, you recently formed yung Philippine Pole and Aerial Sports Association. What made you decide to form this National Sports Association?
I decided to create this association because I want the whole country to know that pole fitness is a sport. Mm-hmm. I know they call it pole dance, but it is an athletic and legitimate sport. Mm-hmm. Especially in other countries, they've already recognized pole fitness, pole sports, and other aerial sports as a legitimate sport. Mm-hmm. So I also want our country to be open-minded enough to accept it as a sport. That's why that's the first thing, that's the first goal of our association. It's to extend it to other people and spread awareness that it is a very athletic sport and it's healthy to join sports like pole sports. And so I formed this association, number one, because I want our country to join pole fitness. Mm-hmm. And number two, I have had friends who have competed abroad in international pole competitions who doesn't get the correct recognition that I want them to get. So with this association, I'm hoping that I'll be able to support them and for them to get the recognition that they so deserve because our athletes are very, very strong and hardworking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Kasi Miss Ciara, I hope you don't mind kasi minsan may perception yung pole sport na parang siguro for a lack of a better term bastos daw pero at least parang with your efforts nagkakaroon ng recognition na hindi ganyan ang pole, it's a fitness training, it's a fitness activity, tama 'di ba Miss Ciara?
Yes, I know. And for other people, they think it's just a fitness activity or it's just dancing and trying to be sexy, but it's just more than that. Yeah. You have to have enough strength and endurance to actually climb and stay suspended on air and carrying your body with just your arms or with just your legs. So it takes a good amount of strength to actually be able to do that. So it's just like any sport, you have to train to be able to do that. So yun po yung, I want to erase that stigma that it's for the male gaze, it's for the gentleman's club. I'm really hoping that maalis na po talaga yung connotation na yun, that pole dance is just a dance and it's just to be sexy. It's not that. I understand po. I understand. It really looks sexy because because you're wearing just a sports bra and short shorts. But that's for the safety also of the athlete because the athlete needs all of the skin to grip the pole. That's why we're not allowed to use any form of moisturizer.
Wow, okay.
Kasi madudulas kami. Delikado.
Miss Ciara, could you give us an idea lang how does yung competition works in your event? Kasi is that parang gymnastics na may scoring? Paano po ba nag-work yung competition pagdating sa talagang competitive pole dancing?
For the Philippines, in the past competitions that have been held, there are other categories. They use pole art, where you incorporate a lot of artistic techniques and artistic themes in your performance. Like kunyari, yung iba parang Black Swan, yung mga ganon, yung meron silang art na sinasali.
Yeah.
So yun yung pole art mo. And then, pero your tricks are also graded there. So they check on your flexibility, execution of your tricks, the transitions, and your lines. And then yung for PPASA, we have our own scoring because we are trying to follow the International Pole Sports Federation form of scoring, which is parang 25 points. Tapos meron yung deductions if you didn't land well in your flips or in your drops. And there's a plus also for doing advanced tricks and elements. But for our competition, for PPASA, because mainly we want to be officially members of IPSF, we will follow their scoring, which is very similar to gymnastics, pero and they score your elements and you have to hold the trick for at least 2 seconds.
Wow.
And there are like 20 degrees ng body mo, kailangan ma-hold mo yung ganon, like at least 2 seconds. And when you spin, it has to be at least 360 degrees. So may mga point system din siya, like 0.5 or 0.2. Minsan ganon, or 1 point or 2 points, ganyan. So, may sariling scoring yung IPSF that PPASA wants to follow. Yeah. But for the past competitions here in our country, it's mostly how difficult and how advanced your tricks are. If you have good transitions, if you have flexibility elements, may mga technical bonus din yung dito sa atin, and your full performance and audience impact, important din yun sa atin, sa Philippines. Yeah.
Ciara, speaking of PPASA, I understand nag-apply na kayo po sa Philippine Olympic Committee. Could you give us an update on what's the latest? What made you decide to apply for membership sa POC? And yun nga, ano na po ang status ng inyong application? Should I say?
Actually, our application is still not official.
Yeah.
But parang nagulat din kami, and I already apologized to Chairman Bones. Nagulat din kami that we have been having a lot of inquiries from mga sports newspapers, magazines, ganyan. And sabi ko, parang mas nauna silang nalaman, parang ganon. Sabi ko, sir, baka iniisip nyo po na pinapangunahan namin kayo, pero hindi po. Pero syempre, we jumped at it kasi this is our chance to explain our association. So, first of all, we want to thank POC for being very understanding kasi baka iniisip po nila na pinangunahan namin sila. But then they said naman na ganun naman daw talaga yung sa media pag may nakalabas na ganun. Syempre, unahan yan. Pero, yun nga, thank you so much that they understand, and thank you so much for giving us a chance because in our General Assembly, we still have to present our association and we still have to prove to them that pole fitness and our other aerial sports, which is also the hoop, the lyra hoop, and the fabric silk, which is hanging from the ceiling, is a legitimate sport. So, we're still, we're in the last step siguro of getting officially recognized by the POC. But yes, but our association has applied since 2018. So I'm sure maraming deliberation na nangyayari. So we've been waiting for this for more than 2 years already.
Nako, pero mukhang nalalapit na yon yung inaasam-asam nyo. Good luck, congratulations. Kate, balik muna sa'yo.
Okay. Miss Ciara, just wanna know, ano yung ideal age to try or begin pole dancing since very technical sport siya and it's also very dangerous. For you, ano yung ideal age to engage on that po?
You know what? We want to train young athletes too So 10 years old is fine. And for IPSF, the youngest athlete they have is 10 years old. But since before, my partner has had toddler classes, meron mga 5 years old, 6 years old, who are more fearless pa than the adults. Sila talaga yung willing to climb ng kahit gaano kataas. And syempre, agile, diba? Very flexible yung mga bata. So, ang sarap turuan ng mga bata So, parang okay lang. For me, siguro ideally like 7 or 10. But officially, you can join the competition when you're 10 years old because may mga novice girls and boys na pwedeng sumali sa international competition.
Okay.
Pero wala limit hanggang kung anong age kasi kahit sino pwedeng sumali. Kasi meron din kami mga senior students like we had a 62-year-old, yung ganyan. So, kung hanggat kaya mo, go lang.
Pero totoo nga po, no, na like, start them young kasi wala pa silang fear, hindi pa nalulula yung mga bata. Parang mas adventurous pa sila.
That's true.
Okay. Pero can you tell us what is it like yung trainings nyo? How do you conduct trainings? Parang ano yung mga aspects ng trainings nyo? Do you also do endurance? Yung mga ganun. Paano yung siguro 4 hours or 2 hours of training? What happens with this?
At least 1 hour sana ang training. So at first you warm up and then you do drills, strengthening drills, and then for a class when I teach, first we warm up and then we do drills and then I teach something and then they try to do it and then I teach a new thing and then we connect it and then sometimes if there's still time we do conditioning exercises like crunches on the pole ganyan and then cool down. But if you're training for a competition, syempre, hindi enough ang 1 hour. Siguro 2 to 3 hours max, okay na yun. Kasi you'll really get tired din naman. Parang you can't keep doing deadlifts unless super, super strong ka na talaga. So, 3 to 4 hours is good enough if you're training for a competition.
Okay. I think very necessary din yung self-discipline dyan, no? Kasi syempre, parang kailangan rin i-maintain yung weight and then yung flexibility. Even at home, siguro kailangan mong mag-stretch to keep...
Yes, there's a lot of stretching that you have to do para flexible yung muscles mo, para hindi rin siya nabibigla when you jump onto the pole. And you really have to be disciplined to train kasi if you stop, tatamarin ka din Like ako, when I stopped when I got pregnant, parang I was really reluctant. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go back or not. Pero my friends kept encouraging me, and then pole dancing helped me pick myself up because I was going through so much when I stopped. And then yun nga, it really helped me. And then ayun na, I slowly got my strength back. But still, I'm still working on the other tricks that I was able to do before. Like up until now, I'm still a work in progress.
Okay. Paano naman po yung sa moral and sa confidence? How does it intervene with those aspects? Parang paano nabuboost ng pole dancing yung confidence? In what way po? So, parang you're more confident about your body, you know your body even more, parang you're more familiar with it, parang ganun.
Yes, yes. You'll actually learn to love your body more because you'll be amazed at what your body can do. Especially yung mga beginners ko, like na parang during their first class, they're so down and I always encourage them to come back. And then after 2-3 meetings kaya nang umakyat. Sabi ko, see, kaya mo na. Tapos parang nagugulat din sila na, oo nga, no, teacher. Tapos yung iba biglang nagkaka-muscle na parang, parang nagugulat din sila sa katawan nila. So it really boosts your morale, your self-confidence, and your self-acceptance. Because for me, you don't have to be thin, you don't have to be super sexy. Kahit if you're on the big side and you can still carry yourself, then you can be a pole athlete.
Okay. It's also a way to unleash your creativity kasi nga, may choreography, you do your own choreography, and you also have your own themes whenever you join competition, sabi nyo nga kanina.
Yes.
So, it's really interesting. Ikaw, personally, what made you so invested on pole dancing? Parang sa dami ng available na dance or pwedeng gawin, what's so special about pole dancing na you liked?
First, kasi it made me lose weight. And then, it took my body very quickly because I kept attending. So, all of a sudden, my arms were forming triceps, yung ganon, things that I didn't have before. Tapos, minsan, may abs ka, kahit di mo sinasadya. So, it really changed my body. That's why, I like this workout because sometimes you're thinking of just doing the trick. Like, kunyari, I really want to be able to do the cross ankle. Cross ankle is when the pole is in between your thighs and you let go and you release and you're inverted. So, parang, dati wish ko lang gawin yon. Tapos, you try your best, you keep doing it. Biglang kaya mo na siya. Tapos hindi mo alam, ay, grabe, parang lumiit yung bewang ko dito or nag-tone yung legs ko. So, that's why na-addict ako kasi I could really see the change it did to my body and it made me strong as a person, physically and mentally.
Okay. Kumbaga may side effects siya na positive, ganun. Kumbaga, kunwari parang ginugol ko lang itong bagay ko.
Kahit masakit siyang gawin yung ibang tricks, may positive side siya talaga palagi. Palagi may kapalit. Nakakatawa nga kasi minsan yung namin, yung mga students ko, natatawa sila sa akin kasi ginagamitan ko sila ng mga hugot lines. Don't be afraid to fall! Mga ganyan. Kasi may time mahulog ka talaga, pero sinasabi ko, mababa lang yan. So, meron ganun kasi talaga eh. Tapos, kunyari, masakit, first time nila gagawin na, don't pay attention to the pain, don't pay attention to the pain. Tinan mo yung sarili mo, ang ganda mo. Pinapakita ko sa mirror, yung ganyan, para ma-encourage din sila.
Okay. Sir Ben, may additional questions pa po kayo ata?
Miss Ciara, question lang ulit dahil I'm sure nagko-compete na kayo internationally or kahit siguro mga teammates nyo. Meron na bang parang Asian Games, SEA Games, or Olympics yung inyong sport? Could you tell us more kung ano po yung parang major na competitions na sinasalihan ninyo?
Madami po kasing major competitions eh. Actually, before, the International Pole Dance Federation Association held their World Championships here in our country, and that was 2008. Tapos, ang nag-champion is Filipino, which is Ana Marie Garbo.
Yeah.
Tapos, and she also won in IPC. Parang nag-first place din siya doon. Which was held in Hong Kong. 2012 naman, parang siya yung champion. Tapos we have Johnny Villanueva, our male athlete, na he competed in the men's open category in 2016 in the Asian Championship Series. First runner-up din siya doon. Tapos for our hoop, our Lyra hoop athlete, she was Amaya Gonzalez. She won in Russia. Tapos from our Beast House studio, si doubles pole championship was Jamaica and Cristel. So nananalo tayo palagi actually, and we always place. So we really have a good chance. If ever pole sports will be part of the SEA Games, then we really have a good chance of winning.
Wow. Meron na bang parang effort or siguro lobbying na masama yung pole sports sa mga ganyang major competitions?
I'm working on that.
Wow, yun.
Yeah, we're still
Okay.
working on that because that's something we really want to look into.
Yeah. Did you had plans of yung parang lobbying sana na last year SEA Games nakasama yung pole sports? Was there a time na you had a plan like that?
Kasi hindi pa, kasi we have to agree with the other countries too.
Yeah. Ciara, going naman sa kasi of course your father is a sportsman din no? Aside from being a showbiz personality and a public servant. Of course, sa bowling, very involved yung father ninyo before and I think even now. Anong yung influence ng father niyo when it comes to sports? Kasi yun nga, him being a bowler, in-encourage ka rin ba noon niya na to go into this sports or at least physical activities that will be very helpful to your health?
He didn't really convince us to join any sport. But I guess because growing up, we could see him being the sportsman that he is, that he would do bowling, he would still plays golf every day. Well, not every day, but at least 2-3 times a week nag-golf siya. Parang whatever, kung anong pasukin niya kasi ang galing niya. So gusto ko ganun din ako. So ganun din ako, yung mga pinapasok ko, ballet, dati piano, gymnastics, belly dancing, ayan, pole fitness. So siguro nakita ko sa kanya yon growing up. That's why he has a very big influence on sa aming magkakapatid.
Yeah. How about in terms of sports, managing the association? Meron ka rin bang nakuhang influence from your dad?
Yeah, because before, I think siya yung president ng bowling association.
Yes.
Sinabi niya lang sa akin na you have to yung listen to the other suggestions of your colleagues, ganon. Always be open because all of you want the same thing naman eh. It's for the good of the sport and to so that's why my goal is to unite all of us, all of the community, the agencies want to promote pole fitness as a sport. So that's what we're trying to do now.
Okay.
Miss Ciara, good luck talaga sa sa pole fitness. I hope talagang you could talagang mag-grow yung inyong sport and of course more achievements sa international competitions. Kate,
thank you so much.
Back to you.
Okay. Miss Ciara, any message you want to say to the pole dancing community right now na nanonood sa atin?
Hi guys! To my pole sisters, hoop sisters, aerial silk sisters, and my brothers and sisters, to the PPASA members and officers, thank you so much for all your support, for always being super positive about this. Thank you to all the pole studios, the aerial studios who have been helping PPASA and supporting us. And we can do this. We won't give up. We will prove to them that our sport is a legitimate athletic sport. Thank you.
Okay. So, thank you so much for joining us sa ating mga viewers. Sa mga pole dancers dyan, heads up lang, the community is very close to getting into another level. And we'll be getting more updates from Miss Ciara soon. So, thank you so much, Miss Ciara.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.